right, welcome to the final thought, man. We got the final thought of NXT ROADBLOCK, man. As you hear that wonderful music going on right now, turn it down just a little teeny tiny bit right there. You know how we do. And as you see, the microphone has I don't have no clue why it wants to keep going up and keep going up. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to put this motherfucker in here like that. Get the fuck out. That's how we're going to do that. Tired of this motherfucker just keep going with thinking this can do what he could do. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about these NXT matches, shall we? It was a good roadblock. You know what I'm saying? I had the bubble gut, so on one match, I didn't really get to see all of it, man. And I'm disappointed in myself for having the bubble guts around that time. But anyway, we started off Roadblock, man. Roadblock started off with the jailhouse match. The jailhouse street fight match. Tony D'Angelo and Dijak, man. Going at it. High flying moves onto tables and all this other kind of crazy stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? The Don's underboss jumping in the way to save everything. You know what I'm saying? Then crowbars, all that good action, man. Good action, man. If you wasn't watching it, then hey, that's on you. That's on you. But that was a pretty good match right there, man. We seen a tussle back and forth on who gonna shut the gate. You gonna shut the gate. I'm gonna shut the gate. And in case y'all don't know, the jailhouse street fight match pretty much are those cages that they use for the war games. Those joints, the little cages that be at the top. First person to put their opponent in and latch the door wins. So now we get back to what I'm talking about. They pushing, they moving, they pushing, they pushing, they moving, they moving, they pushing. Table slam, barricade stand. At one point I seen Dijak do a discus kick. I've never seen no kick like that. It was like if you hold if the person hold their leg out and they spin around with their leg out and he just kicked them over the barricade. Crazy stuff, man. Good little match right there. Like I said, the underboss, he jumped in, saved the cage from slamming. On doing that, he also threw a crowbar in there to Tony D, man. Tony D got the crowbar, beat the shit out of Dijak, threw him in the joint, latched it. Tony D wins, man. Tony D picked up the win on that one. And then they went straight into it. They said, hey, man, you know, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about that. The Creed brothers and Braun Strowman. I said Braun Strowman. I meant Braun Breaker. There's too many goddamn Brauns. That's my mistake. I won't make another one. I don't think not. To face Jinder Mahal and Indus. They got the tussling. As Big E say, meat. Big men slapping big meaty meats. They was in that thing tussling, fighting, going for it. Just throwing their weight around. Jinder throwing his weight around. Indus throwing their weight around. Creed brothers throwing their weight around. Let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on, but big men shouldn't just be so athletic like that. One of the Creed brothers does a standing front flip to land on one of the Indus brothers. Then got tagged in. His brother did a 450. Tagged in. Braun did a fucking backflip moonsault on his ass. He kicked out. Big Veer interfered. It's wonderful, man. Wonderful. They had a little bit more going back and forwards until the Creed brothers picked up Veer and hit some cannonball move and picked up the win. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The Creed brothers and Braun Breaker win that match. Oh, we got to keep it going, though. Because right after that, they had the Grayson Waller effect. Now, Grayson showing himself, hitting the Shawn Michaels moves on the way down to the ramp. Shawn Michaels and Matt Bloom talking. You sure you want to go out there, Shawn? I'm going to do what I got to do, man. This ain't my first rodeo type shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel you, brother. I understand where you're coming from. I pick up what you're putting down. They go out there. They have themselves a little talk. Grayson Waller said, well, I was 10 years old, man. I found myself wanting to be just like you, man. And you know what I'm saying? But then I turned out that I should have been a Brett guy, you know, throwing a little jab. Bang, bang, bang. Throw a little jab in there. Shawn says his piece a little bit. And then Grayson comes back and say, oh, wow, all these superstars kiss your ass and this and that. I never wanted, and I'm not telling you that I never been like you, wanted to be like you. And he did already. He said it already that he, you know, somebody in the audience said it the same time I said, you just did. Hilarious. Grayson's still going on talking shit. Shawn said, hey, look, man, many of men try to get their WrestleMania moment on me, man. It ain't happening, all right? I've been retired for a decade. I'm good. Grayson trying to get a match out of him at WrestleMania or stand and deliver type shit. You know what I'm saying? Not happening. It ain't happening. Shawn said, you know what? There's somebody who bleeds NXT more than I do that want to see you. And you know who he talking about? Here comes the music. This rebel heart, Johnny Gargano. runs down to the ring, makes Grayson Waller eat that ass. I made it sound freaky, but he made him eat ass. He get ready to super kick him, but he ran out the ring like a cold bitch. So I'm pretty sure next week we'll see something against them, because I think Johnny Gargano's supposed to talk next week on NXT. We'll see what's up with that. 2 shows Johnny out here putting that work in. I love it. Like it. Good shit. Keep it going, though. The next match, man, that happened, that I didn't really get to catch all the way, man. But I heard from the commode. The commode right over there. I was taking me a nice little poop. I was listening to my girls fight. JC and GG going at it, throwing blows. I can't really call it a match because I didn't see it. But I got back here just in time to see GG pick up the win. And not long after that, JC attacks GG from behind. What is going on? She tried to put the chair on her neck and jump from the rope, but it didn't happen. The refs came out. And the way it was looking, I thought somebody was getting ready to come out. Didn't happen. Just ended it like that. But what was that next match after that? Andre Chase versus Joe Gacy, man. They squared off one-on-one. The Schisms tree is outside of the ring, cheering everybody on. Chase U folks cheering him on. She not scared of Ava no more type shit. Good match. Chase did his patented, give me a CHE, you know that shit. What's that spell? Chase U, you know. But he got distracted at, because the young lady that's on the side of the team went over there and was like, I'm not scared of you no more, Ava. Type shit. And Chase looked out at the ring and high-fived her. And by the time he turned around, Joe Gacy hit his move. That little shit where he do the flip off the rope and come back and clothesline the fuck out of him. Ended that shit. Schism win. Joe Gacy. Duke Hudson backstage. Hey, look, man. Thought we was a team. Thought we was a university. But we're a university full of losers. All we do is lose and get praised for it. Nah. Not here, champ. So I want to see what they're going to talk about next Tuesday. They're going to try to do something. I'm thinking it's going to be some heel Chase U interactions going on, man. Oh, man. But that last match. The last match did it, man. Roxanne Perez versus Santamora or Satamora, whatever you want to like to call her. Good match. They went over the time, all that good stuff. They fighting, throwing blows. Roxanne Perez wanted to do a Russian leg sweep so bad for some reason. She couldn't get it on the ring. She tried to do it on the second rope. She tried to do outside the ring, but ended up doing it in the ring later on in the match. But in between that shit, Miko was busting her ass. Kicks here, kick to the head, elbow to the head, all that good stuff. All these blows equaled up to what I seen at the end of the match. But a lot of people gonna see that and then don't put 2 and 2 together, you know? I wanted to always say that, you know, WWE is a place where kids, teenagers, adults, and the elderly sit around and watch wrestling. The age range that they're focused on could be all over the place. So you got people like myself and all these casuals who ruin it. Not myself, I'm talking about the casual. Oh, it's a work. You know it's a work, y'all. Y'all know that. Just live in that moment. That's more like people who watch scary movies and want to talk about every goddamn thing. Oh, I bet you he's right around the corner. I bet it. You know, you're trying to scare yourself. You're trying to stir your way from enjoying what's going on. Enjoy that shit. I say that to say that at the end of the match, of course, Roxanne won from a roll-up pin. She shifted her weight and got them all on her legs and shit. 1, 2, 3. But she put in work. I don't know if y'all know the story build up where Miko was actually training Roxanne at one point so that way she can have more stamina in the ring, fucking with calibers of her. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put all that in the factor, and in the fact you're seeing all these head kicks, elbow strikes to the head, falls on the back, all that type shit. You gotta put all that stuff together. People don't think like me. People don't think like some of us around the world, man. They don't think. They just talk and don't listen. But Miko goes over to the referee, grabs the belt, hands it to Roxanne herself. She thought Roxanne was going to stand up, but handed Roxanne the belt. Roxanne kisses the belt. Miko grabs her hand and, you know, pretty much go like that. This your champion right here. This your champion. And then, boom! Roxanne just falls to the ground. Miko didn't touch her. She just fell to the ground. And then all like this. Miko back up to the corner, all this other shit. Booker T said, oh no, what's going on? Of course, Booker T got to go over there because he helped train that young lady. It's all about selling the story, my man. Selling the story. You have to sell the story. Why am I saying this? I'll tell you another thing why I know that it's a work, that people all, you know, people like to say. It's always mistakes. I'm a person that look for mistakes and shit. So as they checking on her, they wheel her out, all this other shit, Shawn Michaels come out, you know, he said his little, hey man, put that on the face, man. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, put it on her face or whatever. And I seen her look up and say something. She said something. She mumbled something underneath her breath or some shit. And she was looked at him. And they said, is she responsive? Is she responsive? They're like, nah, not yet. She haven't been responsive. That's when it slipped up. That's how I knew that, you know. Cause I was teetering on the lines of, okay, maybe she just had a concussion or some shit like that. Maybe the hurt getting up too fast probably said, oh shit, boom, pass out type shit. But of course, it's just the acting. It's the soap opera-ness that's going on right now. That's all. That's all. And that's how we ended this show, man. Miko was still devastated in the ring, doing all the praying and all that good stuff. What I would like them to do, if they didn't show Roxanne looking up, talking, as she being wheeled out, they should have panned back to like Booker T with his hand on his head, like how he was doing in the ring. Or Miko still in the corner or something. They should have did that. Looking at the fans' face and shit, they should have did that. But then that would have still been unpredictable. Probably would have still been unpredictable or whatever. But Roadblock was actually nice. Now I don't react to NXT during the week. I watch it here and there, put it on, play the game while I'm watching or something. I'm a black and gold guy, man. NXT 2.0 ruined it for me. Now we in the white and gold era, which is a mixture of both. I'm learning to get back into it. The young up and coming stars, they doing their thing. I'm fucking with it. But for right now, all I do is the special NXT shows like New Year's Evil, Halloween Havoc, and NXT Roadblock. Only when they do their special shows. And of course the pay-per-views like Stand and Deliver, Vengeance Day, and shit like that. Cause I know that being though those are special shows and pay-per-views, they putting they all into it. Now I'm not saying they don't do it on regular television and shit like that, but you know, it's just a thing with me. Can't get into it like, for some fucking reason I just can't get into it like how maybe when Dragon Lee or some shit. Maybe it's because some of these people came from the indies in black and gold and then hopped over this way instead of everybody being brought up in the PC now because of that 2.0 shit that happened to now we getting that mixture back again. So I'm enjoying it. That has been my final thought for NXT Roadblock. Just fucking beautiful. What is that melody?